What is going on, folks? Stone Chef 710 coming at you live, checking the deuce. Now, today is Christmas Eve, so let me begin by saying Merry Christmas Eve. And for those of you that I will not see tomorrow, or that will not see me tomorrow, Merry Christmas. Now, let's just kind of jump right into what's going on. This is the third day of the government shutdown. So some people think that it's not going to last very long. As I've stated before, I don't foresee a resolution coming forth until probably mid-January. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I would like to be wrong. But only will tell. So we'll see what happens. The market. Wow. The market is doing really horribly right now. Excuse me. There has been a lot of talk from Trump about how well the market's doing and how much the country's been growing and everything. And it turns out this is get this. This is the worst Christmas Eve ever for the Dow Jones and S&P. Now, the Dow Jones is down 2.91%, which is horrible. Fuck. And the S&P index is down 65.52 points. Or, to put it in other terms, the S&P index is sitting at 2,351.1, which is really, really low. I mean, we've seen that. Well, I don't want to say what we've seen it at because I don't know what we've seen it at because I don't exactly follow the markets. But when markets are doing this bad, it's a time to do a little paying attention. Now, part of this was brought on because of Steve Mnuchin. Apparently, he caused the Dow Jones to plunge over 650 points because of a tweet that he sent out after he made some phone calls to 6 CEOs of the 6 largest banks in America. And then he sent out a tweet that mentioned, I don't have the exact tweet in front of me, but it was over liquidity, saying that, he has confirmation from the major corporate banks that they have enough liquidity to fuck are my cigarettes. That they have enough liquidity to make loans to personal loans or business loans, and that caused a lot of investors to wonder, why are you going to talk about the liquidity and say that there's plenty of it unless there isn't? So it's got a lot of investors selling a lot of their shit off because they don't want to lose any more than they already have. So Yeah, I would put a lot of the blame on Steve Mnuchin also. Meanwhile, in other news, at 9:32 this morning, I'm guessing Eastern time. Uh, I hate fucking talking about this piece of shit. I really do. But it's fucking hilarious. So I had to bring it up. Simply because the man cannot get his fucking story straight. And I really wonder how long it's going to take the people of America that actually still, for some reason, still support this man, to understand that this man has no fucking honor and never ever keeps his word. Okay? Now I'm going to read this tweet. And I wrote it down word for word. Uh, and then I'm going to break it down. So at 9:32 a.m., Donald Trump tweeted, "I am all alone, poor me, in the White House waiting for the Democrats to come back and make a deal on desperately needed border security. At some point, the Democrats not wanting to make a deal will cost our country more money than the border wall we are all talking about. Crazy." Now, first, when I saw and read that, um, I did a facepalm. That's just straight. No way around it. I did a facepalm. The reason why is because less than a week ago, he was sitting in the White House in an interview, and he and Mike Pence were sitting next to each other. Mike Pence looked like he was on his fucking DMT. Holy shit. I didn't know what the hell was going on with that man. And I think it might have been Dianne Feinstein. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But there was a woman on the left side, man on the right side, and everybody was fucking yelling at each other. And Donald Trump said, "Fine. If the government shuts down, I'll take the blame. I'll own it. I'll do that because the last time you shut the government down, it didn't work. So I'll take the blame." Less than a week later, shit, it was less than 72 hours later that he rescinded that. Come on, folks. What does it take for you to wake up and realize that you're dealing with a president that does not keep his word, has no ethics, has no morals, is only interested in conversation as long as his name is mentioned? It just, the only good thing that's going to come out of this is that even with the government shutdown, Mueller's investigation is still going on. That is still being funded. So even though everybody else that's working isn't getting paid, they're still adamantly pursuing the tail of the tape to find out just how far down the rabbit hole this motherfucker's gone. And everybody thinks that the investigation is ending, and I don't know why. There is nothing from Mueller that insinuates that they're at the end. It could go on for years, but I suspect that by the time I turn 37 years old, we're going to have President Mike Pence. Now, my birthday isn't until June. So that's my prediction. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll know soon enough. But I think he's fucked in a multitude of ways. He's involved in 17 investigations. 17. Just I'm gonna shut up and just let that sink in. 17 investigations. Jesus Christ. It's a sad world. It's a sad day that we live in, folks. But you and I, we're the small people. We can still make big things happen as long as we work together. Now, I know some of you might notice that my artwork's gone. That's because I've been packing up. I have most of the kitchen packed up, most of my bedroom packed up, and probably about 60 to 70% of my front room packed up. So I'm getting through it. It's tedious, it's slow. But as long as I keep the 5-finger death punch on, I got energy. So I'm going to get back to it. There's still a lot to do, and I only have 5 days before my movers arrive. So I got to be ready. I will attempt to make a video tomorrow. Going to be out at my good friend, and well, he's one of my brothers from another mother. I'm going to be out at David and Kelly's house. Going to have a really good time. There's going to be like 40 pounds of meat. Just all kinds of good stuff. So I'm going to go have fun. It's going to be great. I'll post pics. If you haven't followed me on Facebook yet, check me out, Stone Chef 710. And as always, keep your head up and stay stone, folks. Peace.